1, 2, 3.
Please be seated. Morinville Community High School, in the spirit of reconciliation, acknowledges that this gathering is taking place on Treaty 6 land, which includes the traditional meeting grounds, gathering places, and traveling route to the Cree, Saulteaux, Blackfoot, Métis, Dene, and Nakota Sioux. We are grateful for the traditional knowledge keepers and elders who are still with us today and those who have gone before us. We express gratitude and respect for the land we are on and commit to advancing reconciliation as a school community. Good afternoon. I would like to welcome Pastor of St. John Baptiste Parish, Father Trini. Greater St. Albert Catholic Ward Chair Joe Bessignan, Superintendent Dr. Clint Morosiak, Chaplain Doug Kramer, MCHS Principal Don Hinks, Incoming Principal of MCHS for the 2022-23 school year Damon Clayton, families, staff, and our guests of honor, the graduating class of 2022. Vice Principal of Morinville Community High School, and I'm incredibly honored and excited to be your MC this afternoon. Before we get started with our liturgy, I would just like to express a few words to our graduates. I had the pleasure of watching Top Gun Maverick for my second time with many of you this past week, And I thought, what a great example of perseverance. You can all be Maverick or Rooster in your own way. You have all shown us your amazing gifts and talents over these past years at MCHS. While some of these gifts come naturally and with ease, for other skills, we have to work hard, overcome challenges, and be perseverant. I know that I'm standing here today in front of talented musicians, artists, math, science, and computer geniuses, writers, badminton players, cabinetry builders, ping pong ball from the balcony throwers, you never know where you might need those skills, maybe even future fighter jet pilots, to name just a few. I'm also standing in front of a group of graduates who made it here today and who will make it in the future because of their tenacity and their ability to take on challenges. Over the past couple of years, for example, you were met with some incredible hardships as we lived through a pandemic, not to mention your own personal trials that you faced, but you made it. You persevered, and you are graduating today. As you continue your journey after today, please remember these words from the theme song of Top Gun Maverick, Hold My Hand by Lady Gaga. Raise your head, look into my wishful eyes. That fear that's inside you will lift. Give it time. I can see everything you're blind to now. Your prayers will be answered. Let God whisper how. Thank you.
and I will call upon your name and keep my eyes above the waves. When oceans rise, my soul will rest in your embrace, for I am yours and you are mine.
Students who have given their gifts in this celebration. As you are named, would you please stand and remain standing? Please hold your applause until all have been recognized. Julia Peltier, Sophia Schwoka, Haley Hildebrand, Delana de Champlain, and Brad Rosendahl. Thank you. Thank you also to Father Trini and Chaplain Doug Kramer for leading our graduation liturgy. We are now ready for our commencement exercises. We would like to begin this portion of our program with Mrs. Joanne Peltier leading us in O Canada. Please stand. Thank you, Mrs. Peltier. At this time, I'd like to invite to the stage Morinville Community High School's Valedictorian for 2022 graduating class,
Ladies and gentlemen, fellow graduates, a journey for truth. Picture this, you're all geared up for the ride of a lifetime, biking through the Rocky Mountains from Lake Louise to Jasper, Highway 93, surrounded by mountains, immersed in nature, bathed in glorious sunshine, and this is the company of some great friends. It should be amazing, it should be perfect, right? Well, not quite. Let's take a look at that picture again. You're still on that road, but the mountains aren't just beside you, they're in front of you. So you lean in to climb that never-ending hill. The wind isn't a gentle breeze, it's fierce, it's cold, and it's merciless. It pushes you so hard you want to give in to the temptation of sliding back down to the bottom of the hill. Oh, and that sunshine? It's turned into a blizzard so unrelenting and cruel that you are blinded by sleet, snow, and sheer despair. It wasn't supposed to be like this, at least not in my dreams and my plans. But this was my experience just a couple weeks ago as I joined the annual Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip. And look, I'm here to tell the tale, so I thought I'd share the ups and downs of that life-changing experience. The annual Roger Champagne Memorial Bike Trip is a school challenge like no other. It takes serious hard work and true grit to stand a chance of finishing that ride, and Mr. Baustein is a wicked taskmaster. We talked it all through for months. We planned for every possible scenario for months, and trust me, we trained hard for months. Sorry. And we even had the sore butts to prove it. So yes, I packed all the right food. I packed all the right gear. I even packed the right attitude. That was the most important thing we had to bring. I thought I was prepared. What I was not prepared for was the less than delightful surprise of my gears freezing up on that torturous climb. I couldn't shift gears. I couldn't gain control. I couldn't believe it. The preparation guaranteed expired on the first serious climb. I felt defeated. The choice to push on or fall down was a greater weight to carry than the pack on my back. It was weighing me down. But I made the decision to keep on pushing. I was in a frenzy. I wanted to win my internal race, and if I have to admit, I did want the satisfaction of beating everybody else up the hill. But my body did not thank me for this. My ego was stronger than my legs, which decided to cramp so badly I could no longer bend them. But I will never forget the moment I crested the top of that mountain. With heart-bursting pride, I came over the top. Time stood still, and I took the time to stand still. My hill climb is an echo of our schooling journey, pure and simple. Remember this? You're all geared up for your first day of kindergarten, of high school. It should be amazing. All those friends you've yet to meet, all those teachers who are going to love you, all those awards you're definitely going to win. It should be perfect, right? Well, not quite. We did go through those schooling milestones, and they do contain some great moments, even years. But there were troubles as well as joys. I don't think any of us realize just how much work it would take to stand here today. Thousands, if not millions of tests. Some were on paper, but many took place in those hallways and on those playgrounds. Yes, schooling was hard, but worth it. The choice to take the easy way out or build up the courage to keep the graduation goal in mind was even tougher than the subjects we studied. But we have also learned life is difficult, and it can change in an instant. I'm sure we can all think of a time in our lives when we believed we had life by the tail. All the hard work was paying off. Then bam, along comes a global pandemic. There goes the sports program, there goes the musical, there goes the socializing, there goes your health, your mental health, your physical health, your spiritual well-being. In such moments, we often feel like giving up, letting the wind push us off the bike, but we must appreciate and understand that what truly defines your character is not how much you can withstand before you break, but rather how much you can endure after you have broken. Recall the many times you faced disappointment. You didn't get into the same class as your friends. The team didn't make the finals, or maybe you didn't even make the team, or the play. You didn't even come close to hitting your target mark. It would be a rare student who didn't admit to feeling bored in school at times, tired of the tediousness of learning. There too was magic in the midst of that tedium. We crafted our skills of endurance, and we learned that to appreciate the wink of a friend across the room, or the loveliness of a daydream, or the fun of saran wrapping the principal's office during the lunch hour. For me, the moment that springs to mind is when I was over at Kate's house in the spring, all the way back in grade 10. We were bored out of our minds, but after seeing the puddle in his front yard, we decided we had to go quadding. Of course, we didn't want to get our clothes dirty, so with our combined brain power, we came up with the best possible solution. We went quadding in our underwear. We found something to enjoy on an otherwise forgetful day. These are the moments worth keeping. A bit more mountain talk. Don't you go thinking for a second we were completely at the mercy of our inexperience and the elements. Let me reassure you, we had a support truck. It was there for assistance if a bike broke, if the weather broke, if a spirit weakened. The support truck was there to pick us up for some healing and recovery. Just knowing it was there often fought off the need to call on it. That's the power of comfort. The support truck respected our need for a safety net. I know I speak for all of us when I say we were grateful. It was the same at school and at home. It's a love-hate relationship for sure. Teachers and students, parents and teenagers, we really do rely on each other. After all, teachers wouldn't even have a job if we didn't exist, and parents wouldn't be parents without us. But in our hearts, we know that they care about us, that they have dedicated their lives to helping us. They challenge us, teachers, with their tests and annoying assignments. Parents with their unreasonable rules. Look around us. They're all here today, like a real-life support truck of mentors. They are not only our mentors, but really caring people who actually love and respect us. And for that, even though we don't always like to say it too often or too loudly, we are grateful. They crowd around us today to celebrate and to share in the success of reaching the mountain, the top of the mountain. Picture this. A mother holds her newborn in her arms. It's a miracle. He is everything she has prayed for, and more than she has dared to dream. In an instant she knows that her baby is a dream realized, so she dares to dream for the future. She pictures him riding his little bike, legs spinning at breakneck speeds, not yet up a mountain, singing to himself the words to the song she made him sing in his youth. I get knocked down, I get up again, you're never going to keep me down. She imagines him playing with a host of best friends, joy coursing through his veins, and fellowship wrapping him in comfort and security. She even visualizes him falling in love and being beloved in return. And in a daydream built for a brilliant future, she fantasizes about his graduation, hugging him as closely as she holds him in his infancy, in his baby blanket. For she adores her baby, she loves him unconditionally. And as he grows and grows, she will read him the books so he will know, I love you forever, I like you for always. As long as you're living, my baby you'll be. The day has arrived for such hugging, but not every mother is here physically. Some are with us in person, but others can only be with us in spirit. And some others are fathers, or grandparents, or a best friend's parent, or a sibling. They crowd around us today to celebrate and share in our success at reaching the summit of this first mountain we have climbed. They too heave their hearts in happiness. So when they reach for a hug, hold on tight. For this moment is a miracle. This moment is life-changing. That means that this place is sacred. It is filled with glowing hearts and happy grads. Can't get more sacred than that. We need each other. We support one another, and in the end, we realize that we really love the time spent with each other. We don't struggle alone all the time, especially when we experience severe trauma. We need our friends and family. As we rebuild our lives, we must build it on a foundation of love, because that's one that will last forever. We all have to face life with courage. The thrill isn't captured on a screen. The meaning isn't written on a pamphlet. It is inscribed in our hearts, and it comes with some serious uphill climbing. Through the rocky mountains of life, through the entire schooling of life. To reach the summit is a test we all have to take and pass, and we have passed with flying colors. My fellow graduates, school is over, but it will never leave us. There is still a lot of life left to live, but we have the skills to take us forward. We have the experience, we have the resilience. We have learned how to climb. We have learned how to overcome it. We have learned how to love. And now we get to celebrate. Congratulations, class of 2022, we did it.
Thank you so much, Damien. You presented a beautiful analogy of the bike trip and school for all of us to remember. So let's give Damien another round of applause. Next, to present the principal's address, please welcome Mr. Don Hanks.
Okay, I'll take these off, not because you can see my beautiful eyes, but because I need to put on my reading glasses. Sorry. I brought two things with me. I brought my reading glasses, which I've never used for a speech before, and my wife told me, Dawn, bring tissues, so they're here. And I'll probably need them, we'll see. All right, let's take care of a few housekeeping items first. On behalf of MCHS, I would just like to thank everyone involved in making this event a huge success. Students, staff, family and friends, grad committee, caterer of course, Father Trini, Chaplain Kramer, who it's his birthday today, by the way. Happy birthday, Doug. Our superintendent, Dr. Clint Broziuk, Trustee Bisenio, incoming principal Damien Clayton for being here today, thank you. The wonderful venue of the Wind Spirit and all the staff. I also like to give a big shout out to the guys in the booths up there doing the sound for us and the music today, that's great. I'd like to give the biggest thank you of all, however, to the person who gets us all organized and makes sure everything runs smoothly. A big thank you to Mrs. Christensen for all the work she puts in every year. Coordinating all of these personalities and putting something together that everyone can enjoy is a difficult task, but we're certainly very appreciative of all your efforts. Thank you again. Thank you, Damien. What a great message you relayed onto your classmates and something we can all relate to. It's not the easiest thing in the world to come up here on stage and speak in front of almost 1,000 people, but you did great. Well done and congratulations on this wonderful honor of being valedictorian for the MCHS grad class of 2022. Actually, these glasses do make a difference. That's pretty good. I like that. Grad class of 2022. What a ride it's been to get to this point. The fact that we can be here together after 2.5 years is nothing short of a miracle. So in honor of this being our first regular grad in 3 years, and it is, I'm going to do something I have never done before, and I need your help. Out of curiosity, did anybody go to Garth Brooks last night? That's good. Anybody going to Garth Brooks tonight? Oh, okay. Since we're in this beautiful venue, and since I know this group likes to sing, including our staff, our family and friends who are here, I thought we'd do a little singing together. Okay, and you better participate, I'm telling you right now. So this is how it's gonna go. I'll sing a couple of words to a song, and once my hand goes up, you'll sing as long as my hand is up. But once my hand goes down, you'll stop singing. Now, this is gonna be interesting, I can tell already. Okay, so let's try an easy one first. Let's try a good old Neil Diamond here. So I'll say the first thing and you know what to do. So I'll say, Sweet Caroline. Good times never seem so good. I've been inclined crowd will know this. Some of the staff will, but let's try this. I'm only giving you 4 words. You are my fire. Give me more. Tell me why. Tell me why. Tell me why. Oh yeah. Oh, I'm loving this. This is great. I'm loving it. This is good. One last one? One more? All right. 2 words. Country roads. Yes, yes, very good, very good. Yes. Well, that loosened things up a little bit, right? That's good. All right, so we're going to get into the speech here. I know we only have so much time, so let's make the most of it. As each year has gone by, I always look for students I previously had in other schools who might be graduating from MCHS. There is one student that is graduating this year that I had previously as a student in Eleanor Hall School, and that's Emma Folk. Emma, are you up there? There you are. I've known Emma and her family for 14 years now, so it's great that I get to share this moment with them. Of course, Emma looked a little bit different back then to what she looks like today. Right? I mean, that's a young Punky Brewster right there, if you remember who Punky Brewster is. That is pretty good. As I was going through Power School the other day, I couldn't help but notice the changes we've seen in you in the last couple of years. Take Kate, for instance. Right? Right, nice grad photo right there. But look at him just from a couple of years ago. Like, looks a little bit different, right? Yeah, I thought he looks a little bit different. How about Leo? Take a look at Leo here. You're looking good, buddy, no doubt about it, okay? Now look at Leo from a couple of years ago. Leo looks like he's straight out of grade 6. And there are some students who don't change a bit. Same look, same expression, same everything. Isn't that right, Alex? Right? Alex is smiling on that picture on the left. He is. On the other side, he's looked like he's ready to throw punch somebody. I don't know what is happening there, but it doesn't look good. Now, I know I've been having some fun at your expense, so I thought it was only fair that I share a grad picture with you all from 27 years ago when I graduated in 1995. Right? Look at that hair. Look at that mustache. Right? Pretty good, pretty good. I think we should just keep up that picture for the rest of grad. What do you think? No, we're not doing that. Now, I know it might not be good as Mr. Coxon's. Right? But for the record, it took Mr. Coxon 30 plus years to grow that thing. I was 17. I've always been so impressed with the amount of talent that our school has. Let's go through a couple of highlights of some of the things we did this year. This year produced some tremendous moments that we're all very proud of. We had tournament champions. Right? There you are. Right? We had zone champions. We had teams ranked in the top 10 in the province. Right? I just like the fact that you're in such a clapping mood. This is great. I want to insert a story here if I could, though. So, just out of curiosity, how many people have ever made it to a senior boys basketball game over the years? Hands up. Anybody? Oh, there's been a few. There's a few of you for sure. Okay, so let's go to the home tournament this year. And let me set the stage for you. It's late in the fourth quarter. We're playing RF Staples. Team is up by 10. And if you've ever seen Mr. Robine in action, you kind of know where I'm going with this. So they're up by 10. Our ref starts going on a run. So before the run starts happening, Mr. Rovine's on his feet. He's going up and down, right? He's walking up and down the court. That's what he usually does. That's what he does. All good. They score a basket, okay? Mr. Rovine stops walking at this point, or going up and down the court. He's holding like this, right? Next basket goes in. Mr. Rovine now is all of a sudden sitting. Next basket goes in. Leaning down on the chair like this. Boys, all I'm going to tell you is that if they would have scored one more, there would have been an ambulance call that day, because that was not good, what I was seeing there. On another note, this is Mr. Rovine's last year at MCHS. And we just wanted to make sure we took the time to thank him for his 25 plus years of service to MCHS and G Sacred, both in and out of the classroom. Mr. Rovine has always been a tough coach, but he has one of the biggest hearts that I know. He's hard on you, not because he doesn't care, but because he cares a lot. As much as he wants to teach you about basketball, it's always been more about you becoming young men. 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now, if you end up running into him somewhere, he's going to be prouder of you for the fact that you did well in life and becoming quality people rather than any banner that you won in high school. You see, that's the hook. He gets you with playing basketball and teaches you the game, but what he's actually doing is teaching you about life. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in wishing Mr. Rovine well as he enters the next stage of life's journey, and of course thanking him for everything he's done for us. All right, let's get back on track here. So we had individual athletes who were ranked in the top 10 in the province. Right? Julia? Number 7 in the province, very nice. We witnessed musical genius and growth with our band this year. We had a provincial champion. To be clear, it was for joinery, not for fashion modeling. We had a national champion. Very nice. We had a special delivery from Mr. and Mrs. Claus. Mrs. Cormier, you and Mrs. Claus look a lot alike. Oh, okay, so check. We had theme dates. We were even able to get back out on the road and do the bike trip. Right? Taylor, is that you on the outside trying to go into traffic there? Is that you? I don't know. Now, this might sound a little bit strange, but we had an unexpected natty sighting. Now, wait a second. Let me set the stage here again. In the fall, we had a great fall. We didn't have much snow at all. Then we had fall break, and all of a sudden, a couple of days after we get back from fall break, the snow comes. And it was one of the worst snowfalls we had in a long time. I remember driving to work that morning, and it was a white-knuckle drive, boy, I tell you, like going 30 or 40 to get there. I get there, no buses are running, obviously. A lot of staff couldn't make it. Many students couldn't even make it. So around 8:10 or so, here opens the door, and here it comes Natty. I said, Natty, you made it. She's like, yeah, that was no problem. I said, what do you mean? I drive a Hummer. Okay. Good old Natty. We also have one of the best drama productions ever put together in the history of the School of Newsies. It never ceases to amaze me how much ability our students have. You don't need to clap. Not yet. The singing, the acting, and seeing students do something you don't know that they could do is absolutely priceless. You put that all together and you have one heck of a show. No matter what happens next, I think my next trip with my family will be to Santa Fe. I've said this many times, but I've paid a lot more money for shows in Edmonton that were nowhere near as good as what the MCHS Drama Department put together. And Newsies was no exception. Well done, all of you. Surely the talents of this class have no limits, but recognizing boundaries is another story. Not that long ago, I got back to the school after coming back from a meeting, and this is done to my office. by one of the wrapped items on my desk, it says, "Happy birthday." Folks, it wasn't my birthday. They even wrapped my mini fridge and left a nice little message for me on it. Ha ha, no lunch. Even though it wasn't my birthday, at least they invited the Pope. Thank you, Kiara, Kaylee, Faith, Elizabeth, and Willow for the early birthday gift. I'm not sure what it is, but there seems to be a fascination with the principal's office and doing weird things to it. A few weeks prior to my early birthday, I came to school and this is what I ran into. Right? They even saran wrapped my whiteout. Thank you, Kate, Taylor, and Carter, and it sounds like Damien was a part of that as well, for the lovely decorations. But I think the funniest part for me was that the boys felt so bad that I cleaned up the office by myself, as apparently they were supposed to help me. So that was kind of funny. You know, folks, I can be on the most important phone call in the world, and students are always trying to do something to get my attention. I have 2 windows in front of my office there. They will wave, they'll dance, they'll put their faces up against the window, tap their nails on the glass. Isn't that right, Haley Hildebrand? It actually makes me smile every time. But earlier this year, I was on the phone and a knock came on the window, and it was Alexa. Yeah, this is where the tissues might come out, we'll see. She was holding up her phone to show me something. At the time I was on the phone, it was a pretty important call as something had happened that I needed to report. I also know that Alexa is very persistent. And she would have stayed at that window with her forehead pressed on the glass if I didn't come check it out. So I take my cell phone with me as I'm in the middle of a conversation, thinking she's going to show me some meme or something. And when I got there, she had her screen open, and on the screen was her acceptance letter to the U of A. For the life of me, I couldn't tell you the particular details of that phone call, but I can tell you at that moment that I was never prouder of her and so thankful that she would go out of her way to share that with me. This class is very intuitive to people, and that has impacted me very positively over the years. I want to give a huge thank you to Caitlin, slide 34, yeah, there you are, for a small act of kindness that may not have meant that much to her, but a lot to me. I was in my office one day and I had my hand on my head. I usually do that if I'm deep in thought or trying to figure something out. I hear this tap on my window and I look up, and Caitlin looks at me with this concerned look on her face. And she gives me the thumbs up, as if to say, "Are you okay?" To be clear, I was fine. And I gave her the thumbs up and smiled, but what a nice gesture for her to do something like that. Truly, this class is a class of quality, folks. There's no doubt in my mind about that. On a different note, I want to thank Carly and Caitlin for their support of Snack Shack. Carly comes every day and she'll buy, I don't know, a muffin or a bag of chips or something like that, or some noodles. Caitlin takes it to a whole new level. "Mr. Hanks, can I have 5 bags of ketchup chips, 3 root beers, 1 Pepsi, a bag of candy, and what kind of chocolate bars do you have? Yeah, I'll take those and that should be good. Thank you, we've been looking to buy an anthem for a long time and now we're able to do it. Thank you so much." It's not good when your principal has to make special trips to the store to buy you ketchup chips. That's what I do. Sometimes there are moments in an educator's career where you don't know if you're making a difference. I mean, you're trying your best. You treat people well, but you don't know if you always get it right because you don't get a lot of positive feedback. I would argue the same thing with teachers. I would say the same thing with superintendents, maybe trustees, and as parents. Sometimes we just don't know. We try our best. I wanted to share 2 stories with you about a particular young lady, one of which has nothing to do with what I just said, and the second one has everything to do with what I just said. The student I'm referring to is Julia Pelche. I'm on my way to the gym one day, and Alexa and Julia are there, and they're like, Mr. Hanks, come here. And I'm like, what is happening here now? I go there, and they're like, Mr. Hanks, do you know who that student is there? And the student had gone by that time. I'm like, no. And we're still wearing masks at this point. I don't know who anybody is. Right? And I'm like, why? Julia's like, well, I think that's the new grade 11 student. I'm like, oh, okay, well, it might be. I don't know. Well, do you like this kid or something? And I don't know, maybe I do. I'm like, okay, this conversation's going weird very, very quickly. Right? And so she's like, and Alexa too. Alexa, you're not free from this. Right? And they're like, Mr. Hinks, like, would you be able to find out some information? And I said, like any good principal would, of course I will. So I leave the gym, and I go to the main foyer, and the kid is there. And as soon as I saw the kid, I recognized who it was right away. And I'm laughing to myself at this point. So I stop and I have a conversation with him, hockey player, that kind of stuff, or just talking about hockey. And so I make my way right back to the gym. And I'm smiling at this point. And she's like, both of them were like, did you find out some information? I said, yeah, I sure did. And you find out his name? Yeah, gave him the name. He's a hockey player, by the way. Oh, that's great. And they're getting excited at this time, right? This is funny now. And the last thing you probably should know, Julia, is that he's in grade 9. All right, Mama, Papa Pelche, please don't be mad at that story. I asked her before I said it here today. Okay, so don't be mad. And now there's a second story, and it relates directly to what I had said earlier. And, right, I got this out here. This was a gift that was given to me by Julia. I haven't even started yet, this is not good. I've only ever had 2 principals throughout my school years. And now I know what a dedicated, heartwarming, caring, and passionate principal looks like. He was showing our school how to never stop trying, even when life doesn't go your way. To see the positive through each situation. I can't recall the time where you didn't have a smile on your face early in the morning. I will never forget the countless times where I've passed through the front entrance and you've always taken the time to acknowledge me by either making direct eye contact, a friendly good morning, Pelche, or a simple wave. You may not know the impact we've made, but I truly appreciate your never-ending happiness you portray throughout the school. You've made coming to school each day worth it, and I mean that. You care so much about your students, and that's all that really matters. I can't thank you enough for everything. I wish you nothing but the best of luck in your new school. Have an awesome summer, Mr. Hanks, Julia. I'm regrouping, I'll be fine. It's all good, it's all good. My wife, who's in the audience tonight, affectionately calls me the mayor of Morinville. She calls me that because we can't go to a restaurant, Costco, Walmart, anywhere without running into a former or current student. I'll even be coming home from a ball game late at night, and I'll be at a traffic light. And this is like 11 o'clock at night because we play under the light sometimes. And I'll drive up to this traffic light, and students will drive up and start waving and honking their horns and rolling down the windows looking for a chat in the middle of the road. Isn't that right, Haley and Alexa? Mrs. Receiver asked me a few weeks back what I'm most proud of during my tenure at the school. Of course, seeing students cross the stage is always my most proud moment. But I would say a close second is that whenever a student, past or present, sees me, they don't run away, or at least not that I know of. But they always go to their way to say hi and ask me how I'm doing. That really means a lot. Now, a very special moment this year happened when we went to Camp Ackerman for grad retreat. Chaplain Kramer has a very unique way about him, where he's able to tie family, friends, and faith together. He does such a great job at that. The students get to play games. There we go. They get to do wall climbing. Go on the king swing. Okay, so let's stop there for a second. Okay, that harness gets into places it should never get into. Let's make that very clear right now. I didn't walk right for 2 days after that. That was not good. Of course, hopefully have some fun and build lasting relationships with each other that will last a lifetime. A very important discovery happened on this excursion that I didn't really know before. The young man, see, yeah, we're in good shape. The young man on the bottom there, Jamin Justin, man, can he dance. Jamin, where are you? Oh, can you come up here for a minute? It's one thing for me to brag about you and tell everybody what a great dancer you are, but it's another thing for these fine folks to witness it for themselves. David gets seated here, we'll get going again. I've been the principal at MCHS for the last 6 years, and in that time I've had the privilege of seeing almost 700 students graduate from the school. I've been truly blessed to be a part of something very special at MCHS, and these are the moments that I will treasure for the rest of my life. Students, I wish you the very best in all that you do. Continue to work hard, put your trust in God, and don't take the people you love for granted. Lastly, a second important discovery happened on grad retreat that I wanted to share with you. Now, I'm not going to say the student's name, as I don't want to embarrass them, but this student said one of the most profound things I've ever heard. And this is a very important message for everyone in this room. The student said, "I know my family loves me. They tell me all the time, and that's great. But I just need to know that I'm enough." Students, on behalf of everyone in this room, we would just like to say, we are prouder than proud of you. You are loved far more than you know, and you are enough. You will always be enough. Don't you ever forget that. Congrats, grad class of 2022. God bless you. Good luck. Go Wolves. And remember, it's your name something.
Thank you, Mr. Hinks. You always know how to highlight those key moments throughout the years of the graduates, and you added a bunch of extra entertainment this year, so that was really fun to see as well. And as this is your last graduation at MCHS, we would like to take this opportunity to thank you for your dedication and service over the last 6 years. We will miss you, and we wish you all the best at Sister Alphonse. Wonderful. If I could ask Evan Sharwa to join us now on stage to perform Santa Fe from the musical Lucy's.
Folks, he finally got a headline. Newsies crushed as Bulls attack. Crutchy's calling me dumb critters, just too damn slow. Guys are fighting, bleeding, falling. Thanks to good old Captain Jack. Captain Jack just wants to close his eyes and go. Let me go far away, somewhere they won't never find me, and tomorrow won't remind me of today. When the city's finally sleeping and the moon looks old and gray, I get on a train that's bound for Santa Fe. And I'm gone, and I'm done. No more running, no more lying, no more fat old men denying me my name. Just a moon so big and yellow, it turns night right into day. Dreams come true, yeah they do, in Santa Fe. Where does it say you gotta live and die here? Where does it say your guy can't catch a break? Why should you only take what you're given? Why should you spend your whole life living trapped where there ain't no future? Leaving at 17, breaking your back for someone else's sake. If the life don't seem to suit ya, I better change your scene. Far from lousy headlines and the deadlines in between. Santa Fe, my old friend, I can spend my whole life dreaming, though I know that's all I seem inclined to do. I ain't getting any younger, and I wanna start brand new. I need space and fresh air my head isn't dead if I can't count on you today. I got nothing if I ain't got Santa Fe.
It's so great to hear you again to sing that song, Evan. Well done. It is my pleasure to recall our principal, Mr. Hanks, along with Dr. Morinville, Superintendent of Greater St. Albert Schools, to present the graduates with their diplomas. We asked the graduates to prepare a statement about what they will be doing after grad. As Mrs. Christensen reads the names, please also listen to what our graduates have shared as part of their future plans. Ms. Wiley will take a picture of each graduate receiving his or her diploma. If you wish to take your own pictures, you are welcome to do so. However, we ask that you remain in your seats so you do not block the aisles. The order of the diploma presentation is listed inside your programs. Immediately following the presentations, Dr. Morinville will address the graduates with a message on behalf of Greater St. Albert Schools. So if I could please ask Mr. Hinks and Dr. Morinville to join us on stage.
It's a big backstage. We need to just give them a minute to get out here. Willow plans to take a gap year and figure out what she wants to do for the rest of her life. Nathaniel Bart. Nathaniel plans to go to NAIT for chemical engineering technology. Stephanie Velo. Stephanie is applying to the digital media course at NAIT. Joshua Benisaki. Next year, Joshua plans to go to MacEwan University for a Bachelor of Science degree. Logan Biron. Next year, Logan will attend post-secondary education for a career in computer programming. Alexin Black. Alexin was accepted at the University of Alberta and will be studying psychology and sociology to later on become a criminal psychologist. Nkrumah Bolo Kamara. Next year, Nkrumah plans to go to college to become a professional chef and be better than Gordon Ramsay. Freestone. Next year, Madison plans to study forest technology at NAIT. Elizabeth Brown. Elizabeth will upgrade classes and work to become a doula. Leah Brown. Leah is going to become a tattoo artist before she goes to university. Kyle Campbell. Kyle plans to attend the University of Alberta to study computer science, working towards a Bachelor of Science. Zachary Cartier. Zachary is attending Vancouver Island University for sports and recreation management in the fall. Maddie Cater. Maddie plans to take a gap year to continue working and find her passions. She will also be pursuing post-secondary the following year. Evan Sharwa. In the fall, Evan will be attending the U of A engineering program. Pierre Chauvet. Pierre will be moving to Calgary to pursue his studies at the University of Arts as a future illustrator. Dom Sear. Next year, Dom plans to play hockey and work on the farm. Jacob Doust. Jacob plans to come back to MCHS to upgrade in the fall. Madison De Silva. Madison plans to jump right into the workforce, starting with a piercing and tattoo apprenticeship. After the apprenticeship is done, she plans to travel with a plan with her gap year program at an animal sanctuary in Bali. Once Madison is back, she hopes to work at a tattoo and piercing shop before attending post-secondary. Delana de Champlain. Delana plans to gain work experience by working with her dad on the farm. She's going to apply for the NAIT photography course in the fall. She also hopes to save up and travel as much as she can. Ethan de Champlain. Ethan is attending MacEwan University to start working towards a Bachelor of Commerce and also to continue playing hockey. Owen DeVoe. Owen is taking a business course and then joining the military. Emma Folk. Emma is attending NAIT and the Medical Laboratory Assisting Program. Maverick Field. Maverick wants to experience life, get a job, enjoy driving, hopefully his own car, and to seize all opportunities that come his way. Taylor Fieldson. Taylor is going to King's University to get his kinesiology degree and play basketball. Jordan Flett. Jordan plans to work and upgrade, then go to university for a linguistics degree and then a speech pathology master's. Ethan Fleury. Next year, Ethan is doing an electrician apprentice program and attending post-secondary. Kama George. Next year, Kama plans to create NFTs and make loads of money off of it and go to college as well. Derek Gibo. program while continuing to search for personal freedom. Jackson Gerard. In the fall, Jackson is taking the turf grass management program at Olds College and will be working at the Cardiff Golf Course. Jonathan Gerba. Next year, Jonathan plans to take a year off to find out what he wants to do. Emily Hermery. Emily is attending the Northwest Administrative Professional Program at MCHS in the fall. Haley Hildebrandt. Haley will attend the University of Alberta and work towards a Bachelor of Arts in Sociology. Kiara Himshoot. Next year, Kiara will come back to MCHS to upgrade for her childcare certification. Charlize Hives. Next year, Charlize is taking a year off and is planning on going into psychology. Alex Hunter. Next year, Alex plans to work. Jamin Justin. Next year, Jamin plans to upgrade his education and make a better image out of himself. Damien Kane. In the fall, Damien will attend the Faculty of Engineering at the University of Alberta. Grace Killinger. Grace plans to attend MacEwan University to study a Bachelor of Arts. Kennedy Knight. Kennedy plans to take a year off from studies in order to focus on athletics. She is spending the 2022 CFL football season cheering for the Edmonton Elk Stunt team. Kennedy plans to pursue post-secondary on an athletic scholarship at a U.S. college in year 2023. Catherine Krukowski. Next year, Catherine will attend the University of Alberta to start working toward receiving her English degree. Ariana Larson. In the fall, Ariana will be upgrading in the Northwest Admin Professional Program and then head to Calgary for Equine Veterinary School. Jaden Lowinger. Next year, Jaden plans to travel the world and work before going back to school. Anson LeBlanc. Anson plans to work full-time and consider his options for future years to come. Faith LeBlanc. Next year, Faith plans to attend cosmetology school while working part-time. Thomas Lefebvre. Next year, Thomas plans to go to Concordia University for a dual degree in management and science in chemistry. Jamie Lesberg. In the fall, Jamie is attending the University of Alberta for a Bachelor of Education degree. Kaylee Letwin. Kaylee will work full-time at the Home Depot in St. Albert while upgrading English to get ready for university for the following year to take interior design and business. She also plans on moving to her own apartment by the end of 2022. Jordan will be taking the Northwest College course and hopes to become a unit clerk like her mom. Owen Lutz. Owen plans to select and attend post-secondary according to his wanted career. Jaden McKay. Next year, Jaden will work full-time until the fall of 2023, where he will attend NATE for an auto service technician program. Julia Malte. Julia plans to take a gap year next year and then take police studies at Grant MacEwan. Aiden McIver. Aiden plans to go to university for a Bachelor in Science and a major in forensics. Carly McMullen. Carly plans to move to BC and pursue education in the fine arts. Faith Melnichuk. Faith is going to college to become a cosmetologist and work in the creative arts industry. Carmen Meyer. Next year, Carmen will be working. Chelsea Miranda. Chelsea plans to travel and see the world and what life has to offer. Caitlin Nicholas. Caitlin plans to become a flight attendant for a few years, then go on to university for her Bachelor of Education. Chloe Oliver. Chloe is going to go to MacEwan University to study psychology. Alyssa Palma. Alyssa plans to attend King's University to study a Bachelor of Science with a degree in kinesiology. Dominic Peacock. Next year, Dominic plans to go fishing. Nicole Pelanegi. Next year, Nicole plans to take a year off to explore her interests and gain more workplace experience. Julia Peltier. Julia plans to take a year off to travel and gain life experience while taking the Northwest Admin Professional Program. She then hopes to pursue a career in social work or occupational therapy. Leo Perron. Next year, Leo plans to also go fishing. Miles Pichet. Miles plans to attend either Louisville or Grant MacEwan to pursue a Bachelor of Design. Ashley Podlowski. Next year, Ashley will attend the University of Alberta. She will be taking a Bachelor of Education for elementary. Ethan Rebels. Ethan plans to upgrade and work next year. Shailene Reynolds. Shailene plans to do some self-discovery before going to university. Marianne Ritchie. Marianne plans to attend the University of Alberta to major in English to become a professor. Victoria Revart. In the fall, Victoria will attend the Northwest Administrative Professional Program at MCHS and train to be an emergency response operator. Bradley Rosendahl. Bradley plans to work and chase his lifelong dream of playing college basketball. Carter Rousseau. Carter will attend the University of Alberta for Bachelor of Commerce and further pursue marketing and finance. Brady Russell. Brady plans to attend the University of Alberta, majoring in math. Aaron Russell. Aaron plans to attend NAIT to become a veterinary medical assistant. Kyle Sauter. Next year, Kyle plans to achieve success through hard work and travel the globe to experience all the wonders the world has to offer. Jesslyn Schiller. Jesslyn plans to go to Valedictorian to pursue one of her many interests. Matt Scott Montgomery. Next year, Matt plans to do some upgrading and pursue his interest in civil service. Jessica Seneviratne. Jessica will attend MacEwan University and get her business management degree. Zachary Chalopé. Zachary will take some time off to travel while figuring out his future plans. Abigail Shima. Abigail plans to attend the University of Alberta as a psychology major. Bethany Short. Bethany will be taking a year off to work next year. Marissa Sliger. Marissa plans to continue her studies at NAIT to become a paramedic. Caitlin Snell. Next year, Caitlin will come back to upgrade. She's still unsure about what she wants to go into, so she's going to focus on working, writing her book, and maybe traveling while figuring it all out. Christopher Snell. In the fall, Christopher will be attending the U of A engineering program and save up to pursue further education in Europe. Guy. Guy plans to work a dead-end job until better opportunities arise. Brooklyn Soper. Brooklyn is upgrading at NAIT in the fall and hopes to get into laboratory and X-ray tech the following year. Caleb Stadnick. Caleb will be taking a year off to consider his options next year. Taylor Strand. Taylor plans to work during the summer and then take a gap year. Jessica Thunder. Jessica plans to upgrade to enable her to become a registered nurse. She is hoping to get into Grant MacEwan. Berlin Troke. Berlin plans to take a year off for work, but wishes to attend post-secondary to pursue her career as a tattoo artist. Kate Van Brabant. Katie plans to be playing hockey and do some school. Brody Vermette. Brody plans to continue to work to becoming a journeyman electrician. Jordan Wallace. Next year, Jordan will be working. Mason Wedman. In the fall, Mason will be continuing her education at the University of Alberta. Liam Weeks. Liam will spend the summer mentally preparing to go to U of A to get their BFA in theater design. Kirsten Whitfield. Our National Cabinet Making Champion will be working at Gem Cabinets for a cabinet making apprenticeship in the fall. Rowan Williams. Rowan will go to MacEwan University for early childhood education. Amber Richard. Amber plans to attend Old College to study horticulture. Brooklyn Wright. Brooklyn plans to go to college to become an RMT. Michaela Zukowski. Michaela plans to upgrade and pursue her passion in the field of psychology and criminal psychology. Congratulations to all of our graduates.
Well, good afternoon, everyone. My name is Dr. Clint Moroziak, and I'm the Superintendent of Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools. And I'm truly honored to be with you here today celebrating the incredible milestone that the graduates have all achieved. And the fact that we're doing that in person together makes that day much more special and meaningful. I just wanted to thank Principal Hinks for bringing Bon Jovi into the grad celebration. It was fantastic. We sang that song where I came from, except we did a little different. It was always living in Mundare, because I too, like Chaplain Kramer, grew up in a small town just behind Morinville in the phone book. So I always had to flip through Morinville to go look up a number, but cherish very much my farming background and the experience I had growing up in rural Alberta. So please, grads, take that with you. Very interesting also, I found out a few days ago that, from Mr. Hanks, that we were going to be wearing robes as well for this celebration. And he asked me where I got my doctoral degree from, and I said University of Calgary. And this is actually, and when I came in, Mr. Hinks and Mrs. Cormier took me to the back and said, "Oh, your robe's interesting, it's quite colorful." I said, "Is it red?" And I said, "Yes." Because I convocated with that degree in 2020, so I didn't have the privilege of being able to celebrate in person. As with many of our graduations over the last couple of years, they have been virtual or in some limited type of fashion. So definitely also cherish the opportunity that we have to be here with all of this supporting family and friends to celebrate your achievements here today. If you think back to where we were 1 year, 2 years ago, you'll find you're not the same person you were then. You've overcome so much, worked so hard, and here you are today, a graduate of MCHS and Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools. Throughout your kindergarten through grade 12 journey, you've created lifelong memories, friendships, and connections. You've learned from many excellent teachers, and you certainly have taught them a thing or two along the way. You've probably experienced many options in the arts, technologies, or athletics, just to name a few, in addition to the long list of academic courses you've taken. All of these have led you to this moment. We know that our schools and our whole G-Sacred community are better for having had you as part of it, and your effects will be long felt. You may not realize it now, but you have left your mark in the halls and classrooms of our schools, our community, and our hearts. It's our sincere hope, over the course of your years at MCHS, you've begun to discover your passions and your strengths, and have developed in your faith, that you have learned when to be humble and when to be proud, that you've learned when to ask for help and when to extend a helping hand, that you've experienced true friendships, and that you've learned to be a true friend. Most of all, we wish that you see yourself as you are seen by your teachers, parents, and by God, as a gift to the world, full of promise and potential. So today is all about you. This is the day full of excitement and celebration. While graduation marks the ending of your K-12 education, it also marks a new beginning as you determine what's next for you. While that may still be unknown for many of you, we're immensely proud of the positive choices and hard work that have led you to this day. While it may sound cliche, this is truly just the beginning as you embark on the life that lies ahead of you. Education is a lifelong journey, and you will continue to grow and learn, and we can't wait to see the fantastic things you will accomplish in the years to come. While I certainly don't want to dwell on the unique experience that has marked your high school journey, I hope that you can reflect on the resilience that you have shown and the strength that God and those around you have given you to persevere. We extend our deepest gratitude for all of the teachers, administrators, and support staff that have served you over the years. Their diligent work in our schools have shaped your educational journey. Lastly, we want to thank our partners in education. Parents, family members, and friends offer a tremendous network of support that creates an environment for students to thrive and succeed. Your commitment to our students has not gone unnoticed. Watching your children graduate from high school is both heartwarming and life-giving for all of us. So on behalf of all of my colleagues at Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools, congratulations to the Morinville Community High School graduating class of 2022. Thanks, and God bless.
Thank you, Dr. Moroziak, for your inspiring words. I would like to ask Board Chair Joe Bessignel to give greetings on behalf of the board.
First off, I'd like to file a formal complaint that you would put a show on like you put on this afternoon, and then bring the boring speech out right near the end. Thanks very much for that. I had the opportunity, you got to follow the champion of You Think You Can Dance. You got to follow a couple people that would have won The Voice, hands down. Then you got the comedic iterations of Mr. Hanks. So I sat there and I thought, I got to do something. I'm going to give you the boring speech, but I got a closing that's going to blow all of that away. Okay? And I was sitting over there listening to everything going on and saying, oh, I got to do something. I just can't come out and do this crap. So bear with me, and then we'll get to the good part. Okay? I promise. I have to say, it's truly an honor to be invited to join you guys today. You always outdo yourselves. I've been to lots of graduations over the years, and Morinville Community High School always outdoes any of the ones that I've been at. And so congratulations on your day. It is an honor, and for those of you who don't know me, and that's probably most of you in the room, my name is Joe Bessignel. I'm the board chair for our wonderful school division. And so the theme of this year's grad, the good old days, seems very fitting since these last few years, everything has been virtual, including graduations. Gathering here today with you and with all of you in person really does feel like the good old days. I want to, as well, the musical, the movies that you guys perform, I just want you to know that I was in my senior year high school musical 49 years ago. I can't believe it. The bells are ringing. You'll have to Google that because I don't even think pay-per-view has it anymore. The bells are ringing. The movie star Dean Martin. I just want you to know that I still sing several of the songs 49 years later in the shower. I say that in the shower because nobody wants to hear me sing. The most outstanding thing out of all of that was I got to date the female lead. She came to the prom with me. Of course, things went a lot better for her after that than they did for me, but I want you to know that the students attending and graduating from MCHS are among the brightest in the province, witnessed here today. We also know that you consistently meet high academic standards. You're a model and a witness to our faith, and you'll be making a difference for others as you go forward. It's truly outstanding when it comes to excellence. And I asked Mr. Hinks, not knowing that all of these fantastic students were going to be singled out, I said, can I single a student out? And he said, well, who? And so I told him, he says, well, I am. Go ahead, sing one. But I think it's important, you know, at Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools, we've graduated doctors, nurses, healthcare professionals, international lawyers, countless educators, plumbers, electricians, MLAs, and even a member of Parliament. Our alumni have won Olympic gold medals and world championships. A couple have or are currently playing in the NHL. One of our alumni even won a Grey Cup, and he brought it back to his alma mater to share with his high school football coach. Well, this year's no different. The pursuit of excellence continued with MCH's own Kirsten Whitfield, who took home the gold medal for cabinet making at the 2022 Canadian National Skills Competition. Now, what really sort of forced me to single you out, Kirsten, and I apologize if you're embarrassed and you shouldn't be at all, was the St. Albert Gazette reports that this was the first time MCHS has ever had a national skills champion. Well, congratulations. Let's just take it a little bit farther. This is the first time Greater St. Albert Catholic Schools have had a national skills champion. So you're the first, and hopefully you paved the way for many more. Thank you to the parents and family members that have joined us today to celebrate these achievements. I know this is a proud moment for all of you. To all the graduates, I hope that you continue to pursue what you love and what you're passionate about. Your leadership and exemplary values have been gifts to our school division and to your school. Continue to share your gifts and talents wherever this next chapter takes you. Enjoy your special day with your family and friends, and before I say God bless you all, I'm going to give you my little uptake, okay? I can't sing, and you can ask anybody that's seen me dance. I did win a dance contest one time, but it was because I had too much to drink and I was going to the bathroom and I happened to cut across the dance floor. And so, if you haven't guessed that my talent is more in the comedic field, and I've got a little story to share with you. It has a moral. Otherwise, I would have found something else that didn't necessarily have a moral. So this, I can take my glasses off now because I don't have to read this one. This is 1967 I learned this, and so it stayed with me all that time. But once upon a time, in a corn country, there lived a beautiful girl, and her name was Brenda Sella. And Rindasella lived with her muggly other and her 2 sad blisters. And one night the Prancing Hints decided to have a dancing fall, and he invited the people from miles around, especially the Pittsburgh. And Rindasella couldn't go because all she had to wear were some old rurty dags. Well, finally the night of the dancing fall arrived, Rindasella couldn't go, and so she just got down and tried. And there appeared before her dearing mudfather in Hicks White sources. And he said to her to be sure to go home before midnight or I'll turn you into a tumpkin. So Rindasella went to the dancing fall and she was met by the Prancing Hints who was hiding behind a wooden window looking at her tidbits. Oh yeah, you like the dirty stuff. They danced all night and they held in love, and finally the clock struck midnight. Rindasella staced down the rares and slopped her dripper. The next day the Prancing Hints went all over the corn country looking for the beautiful girl who had slopped her dripper. And he finally came to Rindasella's house, tried it on her mug the other, and it didn't it. He tried it on her 2 sad blisters and it didn't it, but when he tried it on Rindasella, it fit it, and they lived happily ever after. And so, I promised you a moral. The moral of the story is, if you go to a dancing fall and you want to prank some hints to lull and fuck with it, then don't forget to slop your dripper. Congratulations, and God bless you all.
To last. That was really good, Joe. Thank you so much. At this time, I'd like to invite graduate Jessica Senavarotny to the stage to perform The Climb by Miley Cyrus.
Almost see it, that dream I'm dreaming, but there's a voice inside my head saying you'll never reach it. Every step I'm taking, every move I make feels lost with no direction, but my faith is shaking. Now I gotta keep trying. Gotta keep my head held high. There's always gonna be another mountain. I'm always gonna wanna make it move. Always gonna be an uphill battle. Sometimes I'm gonna have to lose. Ain't about how fast I get there. Ain't about what's waiting on the other side.
we all knew that you can sing in our staff, and you surprised us this afternoon. I don't know why we didn't call on you for the last 3 years at high school, so thanks, Jessica, well done. I'd like to now invite graduates of the Diploma and Catherine Kukowski to the stage at this time to present a tribute to the staff.
Good afternoon, and on behalf of the graduating class of 2022, welcome and thank you for attending today's celebration. I'm Katie.
And I'm Alyssa.
Today we get the honor to deliver the speech to the teachers. Throughout the 4 years of high school, Alyssa and I have had the pleasure to be mentored and taught by the wonderful staff of MCHS. Everyone knows that high school is not easy, and it's often hard to navigate through this time of change and self-discovery. It's safe to say that we would not have made it throughout these 4 years without our teachers standing behind us. Throughout the years, the staff of MCHS has grown to be so much more than just teachers to the students. In times of uncertainty, I have always been able to count on my teachers to be there for me. The support system created by the staff at MCHS is unmatched to anything I've yet to experience. The staff has turned MCHS into much more than a school. They turned it into a home. The time and effort that the teachers have put into making a safe and joyful environment for the students is unmatched. Always receiving a smile when walking through the hallways and having inside jokes with our teachers are just some of the many things that turned MCHS into our second home for the last 4 years.
It is very easy to form friendships with your teachers after seeing them for 8 hours a day, 5 days a week, 40 weeks of the year. With all of the off-topic conversations, we have grown very close with the staff here at MCHS. In the midst of creating bonds with the staff, they have helped us pass all of our courses and gave us the confidence to make it where we are today, while creating many lasting memories. For us, it was easy to connect with the majority of our teachers, and thanks to them, we were able to survive the roller coaster of the last 4 years. We could always count on certain teachers to start off the class with a funny story to lighten the mood before getting to work. There were other teachers that we could always count on to lower our stress levels and be there for us in times of pressure. As homework piled up and conflicts between studying and classes arose, we could always count on the teachers to understand our situation. We are here to show our appreciation for the teachers who accept an assignment a day late if needed to be. Because a day late isn't the end of the world, hey Mr. Bodner? So to every teacher who was a calming presence whenever we needed it, gave up their own time to help us succeed, and reminded us that -2 is still academic, thank you.
Many of the students celebrating here today are indebted to the teachers for the countless hours of guidance that they gave to us. Thank you for being the best group of mentors we could have asked for. None of us would be out here without you guys.
We are forever grateful for everything you have done for us.
There were times over the years where we felt like we might not be able to get here, but because of you, we did it. Love, Morinville Community High School's graduating class of 2022.
Thank you, Alyssa and Katie, for your kind words about our staff. The staff would now like to present you, the graduates, with our wish to you.
You know there's a light that glows by the front door. Don't forget the keys under the mat. Childhood star shine, always stay humble and kind. Go to church cause your mama says to. Visit grandpa every chance that you can. Won't be wasted time, always stay humble and kind. Oh, the door said please, said thank you. Don't steal, don't cheat, don't lie. I know you got mountains to climb, but always stay Shut off the AC and roll the windows down. Let that summer sunshine always stay humble and kind. Don't take for granted the love this life gives you. When you get where you're going, don't forget, turn back around. Help the next one in line. Always stay humble and kind.
I would now like to invite the graduates Haley, Hildebrand, and Emma Vogt to come up to the stage to pay tribute to the families.
That's a tough video to follow. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we'll be saying thank you to the parents on behalf of our graduating class. Where do I begin? Where do I begin to thank you? Oh my God. I'm not going to be much better, but I'll try.
Where do I begin to thank you for not only the past 4 years of our high school lives, but everything you have done in the 18 years of our lives that we have gotten us here today. Without all of your support and finances, we would not be here today. Part of celebrating graduation is celebrating our parental figures, the moms and the dads who play mom, the moms who play dad, the grandparents who step up, and every parental figure that has made an influence on our lives throughout our upbringing. Oh my God. Okay. You have gotten us to the most exciting day of our lives, graduation. This is a new chapter for us, and trust that we are just as scared as you are. Your hard work and success was a template for all of us to take steps throughout our lives, and we value you for the sole fact that you have shown us that there are no heights that we can't reach and no goal we can't achieve. Your unconditional love gave us the strength to take up any opportunity in our path because we felt secure enough to do so. We did the exams and the assignments, but you gave us the support to see it the whole way through and have the rewarding results.
Even though we are graduating today, you are right here beside us because we did it together as a team. Family was the first team I ever personally had, and that structure gave me the confidence to confide and support in other people around me. Every move I make is that because of that influence that was put upon me.
There will never be enough words to thank you all for the hard work you've put in over the years, for buying us a new first day of school outfit each year because we could never wear the same thing twice, to spending an ungodly amount on a dress or suit dress to also only wear once. Thank you for the countless nights we made you come pick us up from a friend's party because, as my mom always said, we could never miss just one. Thank you for always listening to us rant about those same friends when we would fight. And thank you for always being on our side. Thank you for bearing with us when our anger was turned on to you. Thank you for supporting us through every endeavor we took on, no matter what it entailed. Thank you for always making us feel loved and welcomed. Thank you for being a shoulder to cry on when that one boy or girl broke our hearts. Thank you for reassuring us that the world wouldn't end after one bad grade. Thank you for the countless pieces of advice that helped us. I'm sorry, I'm so sorry. That helped shape us until who we are today. The list can keep going on forever, but I will sum it up by saying thank you all for everything. While we may not always show it, we are forever grateful for all you've done and continue to do for us. We hope to have made you all very proud. We would not be here today without the years of love and support you've given us. There will never be enough words to sum up the gratitude we have for you.
Who we all are today is a result of your influence and your wisdom. We know that we haven't made it easy in the slightest, but you pulled through the good and the bad to be here to celebrate all of our accomplishments and the next chapter of our lives today, and we thank you. We thank you for the kind words you gave us throughout surviving high school and throughout growing up. We thank you for the endless nights of crying over math homework at the kitchen table. We have all been there. We thank you for helping us study for our exams, and we thank you for helping us put together projects in the very last minute of the night before, because we all know that if it wasn't for the last minute, nothing would ever get done. We thank you for taking care of us because we understand how hard and stressful it was for you.
While we started off this speech as a thank you to the parents, we wanted to take another small moment to acknowledge the brothers and sisters, step-parents, grandparents, aunts and uncles that had to step up to the plate, and also to the single parents that had to step up and play both roles. Thank you all for everything you do.
Sometimes home isn't a place, it's a person, and for most of us, our parents will forever be our home. A place where we can cry on the shoulder, express negative and positive thoughts, and ear to listen to our wildest thoughts and the words of wisdom we'll take into the next chapter of our lives.
And even though today is supposed to symbol the last day of our childhood, and we're suddenly supposed to start making all our own decisions and the real world come full, we will never not need you. You will always be home to us. Thank you for making us the people we are today. We love you immensely.
No matter where we go and what we end up doing after graduation, we will always remember where we came from, and we will always come back, because there's no place like home.
That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Haley and Emma. As a parent myself, you captured those moments very well, and I can relate myself, so well done. The RAD video, an MCHS tradition, will now play for you. We'd like to thank all the graduates who contributed pictures and videos for the project. We'd also like to send out a special thank you to Delina DeChamplain for all her hard work this year putting footage together for you. Here is the walk down memory lane for our 2022 graduating class.
So, I would say lazy, hard to talk to, hard to get along with. Listen, is this for grade 12? Because sorry, I was talking about Mrs. Coordinator. So, yeah, grade 12, that changes everything. In all seriousness, I would agree, you guys have been through so much in these last 2.5 years, and the fact that you made it here, and also smiling, happy, and the fact that we can have an official grad that we're having here tonight is something very special. So I commend you guys. I wish you guys the best of luck in the future. I know you can luck, and I wish you all the best. Take care.
Thoughtful, gracious, kind. Well, this is probably not the great club, so I should probably compliment myself. Anyways, congratulations, great fellas, on a huge accomplishment. It wasn't easy for you guys these last few years, so give me some respect for getting through it all, and I hope you enjoy your summer and your career and whatever you so choose.
Quirky, kind of goofy, but like in a really good way, and loud. Oh my gosh, it's so loud. Wait, oh sorry, can we talk about this in your way? Oh, the grads, I'm so sorry. Look, you guys, I wish you nothing but the best. You're finally here after some really, really trying years, but you guys have got amazing throughout all of it. Congratulations for being here. You guys were my first group of grade 9s, and now moving on to my grade 12s, and I'm so, so proud of you and all that you have accomplished. I wish you nothing but the best in the future upcoming years and all of your future endeavors. Have so much fun today.
Hope when you take that jump, you don't feel the fall. Hope when the water rises, you build a wall. Hope when the crowd screams out, you're screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay. Hope that you fall in love and it hurts so bad. The only way you can know, give it all you had. And I hope that you don't
evening, it's very important for us to acknowledge the students and faculty who have dedicated their talents to our wonderful celebration. We need to name a few students specifically for the projects that they undertook. Haley Hildebrand for the grad photo montage and all her hard work this year planning graduation and all the events throughout the year. Thank you, Haley. Mason Redman for creating the tributes for the grads and her crew for putting them together, as you see in front of the stage. They're all lit up. Thank you. As for the faculty, the list is far too long, but we need to specifically thank Mrs. Christensen for her countless hours over the year to prepare our graduates for today's ceremony and her hard work to organize this day. We also need to thank Mr. Rovine and Mrs. Bulger for their tireless work on the many grad projects that we threw at them. Thank you. Mr. Coxon, Mr. Rockcliffe, Mrs. Rogers, Mrs. Booten, and Mrs. McDonald for all their help this year, and a huge thank you to all the staff that gave up their time today to make today special for you, graduates. Thank you. Before we adjourn, I have some very important announcements. We ask for your cooperation at this time. Our graduates will be leaving the auditorium in their grad gowns. They will drop them off, and then they will be coming right back out to officially walk across for their moment in the spotlight in their formal wear for the grad march. While our grads take a few minutes to return their gowns, we ask that you remain seated in the auditorium. On the screen above the stage, we will continue to play the grad photo montage so you can see the graduates grow up right in front of your eyes. Once this is complete and all the graduates have crossed the stage and exited the auditorium, we invite you to gather in the lobby of the Winspear where the graduates will be. We'd like to ask that a graduate's family member please remember to collect the memento on the front stage. These mason jars were decorated by the grads, but even more precious is that each jar has a postcard that has been specifically addressed to them by a member of MCHS's staff. These are yours to take home at the end of this evening. They are in alphabetical order with a grad picture to make it easier to locate. We have set up a candy bar on the first balcony for the graduates after the grad march. After every graduate has received a bag, then any young children can go up and grab a bag if there's some left. We will have a photo station in the lobby where you will be able to purchase the photos taken this evening, along with the group grad shot taken yesterday. Pricing is $10 and they will be emailed next week. After the graduates recess, please once again, we ask that you remain at your seats as they will be back shortly to cross the stage. Enjoy that video as it plays for you in that time. Graduates, please rise, and once again, let me present to all of you Morinville Community High School's graduating class of 2022.
the merch in that 12-passenger van. In a small club in Minnesota, in the snow outside of Bernstein. I just wanted my name to start. Now look at where we at, still growing up. Still growing up. I lay in my bed and dream about what I've become. Couldn't wait to get on. Couldn't wait to be some. Now that I'm here, wishing I was still young. Those little days.
Somebody would've told me that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. But someday soon your heart is gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Wish I didn't think I had the answers. Wish I didn't drink all of that glass first. Wish I made the time come. Got up the courage to ask her. Wish I would've gotten out of my shot. Wish I put the bottle back on that shelf. Wish I wouldn't have worried about what other people thought. Felt comfortable with myself. Rooftop open, and the stars above. The flows are sneaking out and falling in love. Me and that futon, we just begun. On the last train, figuring out who I was. That's the
Wish somebody would've told me that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. But someday soon your heart is gonna change. You'll miss the magic of the good old days.
Never thought we'd get old. Maybe we're still young. Maybe you always look back. I think it was better than it was. Maybe these are the moments. Maybe I've been missing what it's about. Been scared of the future. Thinking about the past. While I'm missing out right now. You come so far. I guess I'm proud. Worried about the wrinkles around my smile. I got some scars. I've been around. I felt some pain and seen some things, but I'm here now. Those good old days.
You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. You don't know what you got till it goes, till it's gone. Somebody would've told me that someday these would be the good old days. All the love you won't forget, and all these reckless nights you won't regret. Someday soon your heart's gonna change. You'll miss the magic of these good old days.
When you take that jump, hoping the water rises, you build to wall. Hoping the crowd screams out, screaming your name. Hope if everybody runs, you choose to stay.